You found your way back to the circle. Welcome to a place outside of time. Tonight I will whisper to you real stories. Stories the world has tried to forget. Some of them are carved in stone. Some were buried beneath the ground. Others were hidden behind locked vaults and sealed lips. All of them are true. But the truth was never meant to be understood. Let the fire glow softly. Let your thoughts fade. You're safe here. Let us begin. Number 1. The Voynich Manuscript. In 1912, a rare book dealer named Wilfrid Voynich stumbled upon an ancient manuscript in a Jesuit library just outside Rome. It was an unassuming volume, yet what lay within its pages would confound scholars, cryptographers, and linguists for over a century. This was the Voynich Manuscript, a handwritten book roughly 240 pages long, filled with intricate illustrations and dense flowing text in a language no one had ever seen. The first impression of the manuscript is one of profound mystery. Its pages are adorned with captivating, often baffling imagery. There are elaborate depictions of plants that defy known botanical classification, their roots, leaves, and flowers unlike anything found in nature or even in historical botanical texts. Then there are the astronomical and cosmological charts filled with suns, moons, and stars arranged in patterns that don't correspond to any known celestial maps. Perhaps most intriguing are the balneological sections, showing small, naked women bathing in what appear to be complex alchemical machines or strange, interconnected pools, sometimes linked by intricate plumbing. These figures are often depicted with unusual anatomy or engaged in rituals that remain completely opaque. For decades, experts from various fields have pored over the manuscript, attempting to decipher its enigmatic script. Code breakers who cracked the Japanese military codes in World War II tried and failed. Linguists have analyzed its unique word structures and statistical patterns, noting a certain regularity that suggests it is indeed a language, not just random gibberish. Yet, every attempt to translate even a single word has proven fruitless. Is it an elaborate hoax, a sophisticated cipher, or a lost language from an unknown civilization? Even today, with the advent of advanced computational linguistics and artificial intelligence, the Voynich manuscript remains an unbroken code. It resides at Yale University's Benecker Rare Book and Manuscript Library, a constant reminder of knowledge that refuses to yield its secrets. What message, what forbidden knowledge, or what cryptic book hold within its unbound pages? The question lingers, whispering from a distant past. Number 2. Mohenjo-Daro's Atomic Shadows. Deep in the heart of Pakistan lies the sprawling ruin of Mohenjo-Daro, a city that thrived over 4,000 years ago, a contemporary of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. When archaeologists first began to uncover its meticulously planned streets, advanced drainage systems, and monumental Great Bath in the early 20th century, they were astonished by its sophistication. This was a peak of the Indus Valley civilization, a society that flourished with advanced urban planning and an enigmatic, undeciphered script. But as excavations progressed, a chilling discovery emerged that defied conventional archaeological explanations. Scattered throughout the city, particularly in areas near the Citadel Mound, archaeologists found skeletons lying as if people had simply collapsed mid-step, seemingly frozen in time. Unlike typical ancient burial sites, these bodies showed no signs of formal interment, nor were there any indications of a struggle or violent conflict. There were no weapons found nearby, no signs of a conventional war, no evidence of widespread burning or a prolonged siege that might explain such a sudden and collective demise. Just silence and bodies. The most disturbing aspect of this discovery came when some of these ancient remains were subjected to closer scientific scrutiny. Tests revealed radiation levels 50 times higher than normal background radiation. This finding sent shockwaves through the archaeological community. How could a city from the Bronze Age exhibit such extreme levels of radioactivity, typically associated with atomic events? Fringe theories quickly emerged, speculating about ancient advanced weaponry or even extraterrestrial intervention. While mainstream archaeology offers more mundane explanations, perhaps natural geological radiation or a misinterpretation of the data, the sheer anomaly of these findings remains unsettling. The question of what caused the sudden end of Mohenjo-Daro, leaving its inhabitants seemingly vaporized or instantly killed with elevated radiation, remains a question that has no satisfying answer. The ruins whisper of a catastrophe beyond our current understanding, a silent testament to a forgotten horror.
Number 3. The Sibiu Manuscript. In a dusty, long-forgotten archive in Sibiu, Romania, a truly astonishing document lay hidden for centuries. Discovered in 1961 by the historian Derinkuyu, this collection of texts, collectively known as the Sibiu Manuscript, contained detailed drawings and technical descriptions that defy the technological understanding of its supposed era. The most startling revelations within its pages were precise, intricate diagrams of rockets. Imagine, if you will, looking at schematics of multi-stage propulsion systems, complete with detailed instructions on how to assemble them, all dated to 1570. This was centuries before Sir Isaac Newton laid the groundwork for modern physics, and nearly 400 years before Robert Goddard launched the first liquid-fueled rocket, let alone before NASA began its iconic space programs. The manuscript described not just single rockets, but multi-stage designs, a concept crucial for overcoming Earth's gravity and reaching higher altitudes, a feat only achieved in the 20th century. It also included detailed illustrations of artillery, ballistics, and even suggestions for clustered rocket formations. The author of this incredible work was a man named Konrad Haas, an Austrian military engineer. While Haas was a real historical figure known for his work in artillery, the depth and foresight of his rocketry designs in the Sibiu Manuscript are simply astounding. His descriptions of how to build and launch these devices were not theoretical musings but practical engineering blueprints. Yet, after its creation, this revolutionary text seemingly vanished for 400 years, hidden away in obscurity. Why was such groundbreaking knowledge suppressed or forgotten? Some historians speculate that the advanced nature of the work might have been deemed too dangerous or perhaps too fantastic for its time, leading to its intentional burial. Others suggest that the political and scientific climate of the 16th century was simply not ready for such concepts, and the knowledge was simply lost to the sands of time. Regardless, the Sibiu Manuscript stands as a powerful testament to a forgotten genius, a man who envisioned the future of space travel long before anyone else dared to dream it. It makes you wonder what other secrets lie dormant in forgotten archives, awaiting rediscovery, capable of rewriting our understanding of history and human ingenuity. Number 4. The Baghdad Battery. In 1938, during an archaeological excavation in Kuji Rabu, a village near the bustling ancient ruins of Babylon in modern-day Iraq. A truly peculiar artifact was unearthed. What looked initially like an ordinary clay jar, approximately 5.5 inches tall, held something far more extraordinary within its fragile shell. Inside, archaeologists discovered a copper cylinder carefully inserted, and within that cylinder, an iron rod. This was no ordinary pottery. It showed no signs of being a storage vessel for food or liquids, nor did it appear to be a ceremonial object. Instead, when carefully examined and reconstructed, it became clear that this object, now famously known as the Baghdad Battery, was a sophisticated and highly functional electrical device. If filled with an acidic electrolyte, such as lemon juice or vinegar, it generates an electric current. Experiments have shown that it could produce a voltage of about 1.5 to 2 volts. This humble clay jar, copper and iron, built over 2,000 years ago, was in essence a voltaic pile, a simple yet effective battery. The implications of this discovery are staggering. For decades, it was widely believed that electricity was a concept first truly explored and understood in the modern era, with significant advancements only beginning in the 18th and 19th centuries. The Baghdad Battery challenges this timeline, suggesting that ancient civilizations possessed a profound, yet largely undocumented, understanding of electrical principles. But the most pressing question remains: why? What purpose did these ancient batteries serve? There are no widespread historical texts or archaeological finds that clearly describe the use of electricity in ancient Mesopotamia. Theories abound, ranging from the mundane to the extraordinary. Some propose they were used for electroplating, a technique to apply thin layers of precious metals onto other objects for decorative or protective purposes. Others suggest they might have been used in some form of medical therapy, perhaps for pain relief or acupuncture. More speculative theories even suggest they could have been used to power some form of ancient lighting, or for religious rituals involving static charges or shocks to all believers. The Baghdad Battery stands as a tantalizing enigma, a tangible piece of technology from an advanced, lost knowledge base, forcing us to reconsider the true scope of ancient human ingenuity and the secrets that still lie buried beneath the sands of time.
Number 5. The Disc of Phaistos. In 1908, during the excavation of the Minoan Palace of Phaistos on the island of Crete, Italian archaeologist Luigi Pernier made a discovery that has baffled scholars and cryptographers ever since. Buried beneath the ruins, in a precisely dated context from around 1700 BCE, he unearthed a small flat clay disc, approximately 6 inches in diameter. What makes this unassuming artifact so profoundly mysterious are the intricate spirals of stamped symbols impressed on both of its sides. The Phaistos disc is unique. No other object like it has ever been found, either in Crete or anywhere else in the ancient world. The symbols themselves are fascinating. There are 241 impressions in total, made from 45 distinct signs. These aren't hand-drawn. They were applied using individual stamps, suggesting an incredibly early form of movable type or a sophisticated printing system centuries before Gutenberg. The symbols depict a variety of recognizable objects: a human head with a feathered headdress, a shield, a boat, an animal hide, a bird, and many more. Despite over a century of intense study, no one has successfully decoded the symbols. The script remains utterly unintelligible. The main challenge is its isolated nature. Without other texts written in the same script, there's no Rosetta Stone, no parallel translation to aid decipherment. This singularity has led to a multitude of theories, none universally accepted. Some scholars believe it's a prayer or a religious text, perhaps a hymn to a Minoan deity, with the spiral arrangement reflecting a ritualistic procession. Others propose it's a message of historical significance, a record of an event or a royal decree. More controversially, some speculate it could be an elaborate forgery, though the archaeological context strongly argues against this. Yet another theory suggests it might be a game board or even a magical text, an amulet intended for protection or divination. The absence of any other similar artifacts makes it incredibly difficult to confirm any of these hypotheses. The true purpose and meaning of the Phaistos Disc remain locked in its ancient clay. It stands as a testament to a forgotten language, a lost form of communication, and perhaps a message we were never meant to read. It reminds us that even with the most advanced archaeological techniques and cryptographic tools, some secrets of the past steadfastly refuse to yield their meaning, challenging our understanding of ancient minds and their mysterious forms of expression.
Number 6. The Longyou Caves. In 1992, a local farmer named Wu An in Longyou County, Zhejiang Province, China, decided to drain a long-standing pond near his village, a pond that locals simply called bottomless. What he expected to find, perhaps, was ancient fish or a lost relic. What he actually uncovered was something far more astonishing: a meticulously carved cave beneath the water. This was just the beginning. As local authorities and archaeologists investigated, they found not just one, but a complex of interconnected, hand-carved chambers. Ultimately, 36 more caves were discovered, forming an immense subterranean complex known as the Longyou Caves. These caves are colossal, stretching over thousands of square meters with heights reaching up to 30 meters. What immediately strikes anyone entering them is their incredible precision and uniformity. The walls, ceilings, and columns are carved with an almost unbelievable regularity, featuring perfectly parallel lines and intricate patterns. The scale of the excavation is mind-boggling. Estimates suggest that millions of cubic meters of rock were removed, a feat that would require an immense workforce and sophisticated techniques. Yet, despite their grandeur and the immense effort involved in their creation, there are no tools, no records, and no known builders associated with the Longyou Caves. There are no historical documents, no inscriptions, no archaeological artifacts found within the caves themselves that shed light on who created them, when, or why. This profound silence in the historical record makes them one of the most perplexing archaeological mysteries in China, if not the world. The precision of the carvings is so remarkable that some researchers have speculated they could only have been created with advanced, perhaps even machined techniques. A truly astonishing thought, given that they are estimated to be over 2,000 years old, likely dating back to the Qin dynasty, 221 to 206 BCE, or the Western Han dynasty, 206 BCE to 9 CE. The consistency of the chisel marks, the perfectly straight walls, and the sheer scale of the undertaking hint at a level of engineering and planning that seems out of place for that era. Were they quarries that were repurposed? Temples, royal tombs, defensive shelters? Each theory falls short, unable to fully explain the sheer perfection and the complete lack of historical context. The Longyou Caves stand as a silent, monumental testament to an unknown ancient civilization and a lost art of subterranean construction, challenging our understanding of ancient capabilities and leaving us to wonder about the secrets they guard beneath the earth. Number 7. The Piri Reis Map. In 1929, during renovations at the Topkapi Palace Library in Istanbul, a remarkable document was unearthed, a fragment of a world map, drawn on gazelle skin dated to 1513. This was the Piri Reis Map, created by Admiral Piri Reis, a renowned Ottoman cartographer and naval commander. What made this map an immediate source of intense fascination and controversy was its astonishing accuracy, particularly its depiction of coastlines and landmasses that were, by conventional historical accounts, unknown at the time. The most striking feature of the Piri Reis Map is its depiction of the coast of Antarctica. Not only does it show Antarctica, but it portrays it without ice. This is extraordinary because Antarctica was not officially discovered until 1820, nearly 300 years after Piri Reis drew his map. Furthermore, scientific evidence indicates that the coastline of Antarctica that would be visible without its ice sheet, a process that would take many thousands of years of geological change, has not been visible for at least 6,000 years and potentially much longer. Piri Reis himself stated on the map's annotations that he compiled his map from various sources, including captured Spanish and Portuguese maps, but also from older maps he referred to as charts drawn in the days of Alexander, Lord of the Two Horns, a reference to Alexander the Great. This suggests that he incorporated knowledge from much older, perhaps even prehistorical sources that possessed incredibly accurate geographical information. How could a 16th century mapmaker have access to such precise information about a continent supposedly undiscovered, let alone its ice-free coastline? This remains one of the greatest cartographic puzzles. Explanations range from remarkable navigational skills and unknown explorations to more speculative theories involving a lost ancient civilization with global mapping capabilities, or even a reinterpretation of older, lost maps from the pre-Ice Age era. Some argue that the Antarctic landmass depicted could be an accidental resemblance or a speculative addition based on limited data. However, the uncanny accuracy of certain details, including topographical features under the ice, continues to defy easy dismissal. The Piri Reis Map challenges our understanding of historical exploration and ancient knowledge. It forces us to consider the possibility that significant geographical discoveries and mapping technologies existed in times long past, knowledge that has since been forgotten or deliberately obscured. It stands as a testament to the enduring mystery of how ancient peoples, without modern technology, seem to possess an understanding of the world that...
Number 8. The Vatican's Secret Archives. Deep beneath the hallowed grounds of Vatican City, within the smallest independent state in the world, lies one of the most enigmatic repositories of human history. The Vatican Apostolic Archive, formerly known as the Vatican's Secret Archives. This is not a library open to the public. It is a meticulously guarded vault of historical documents, ecclesiastical records, and confidential correspondence that stretches for an astonishing 85 kilometers, 53 miles of shelving. Imagine walking through endless corridors lined with centuries of secrets. Within these hallowed walls are original letters from kings and queens, popes and emperors, dating back to the 8th century. Here lie the official acts of the Holy See, records of the Roman Inquisition, detailed accounts of countless synods and councils, and an unparalleled collection of papal bulls and encyclicals. Among its most famous holdings are the transcripts of the trial of Galileo Galilei, complete with his recantation, the official excommunication of Martin Luther, and even a letter from Mary, Queen of Scots, appealing to Pope Sixtus V just weeks before her execution. Access to this colossal trove of information is strictly controlled. Only approved scholars with specific research requests and proven academic credentials are granted entry, and even then under strict supervision. They are allowed to consult only a limited number of documents per day, and many sensitive records remain entirely off limits.
classified for centuries. The mere existence of such a vast private collection fuels endless speculation. What else lies beneath the city of God? What forbidden texts? What ancient prophecies? What uncomfortable truths about history, religion, and humanity are meticulously preserved and hidden from public view? Are there documents that could rewrite our understanding of major historical events or challenge long-held beliefs? Conspiracy theories abound, suggesting everything from evidence of extraterrestrial contact to suppressed gospels and records of ancient technologies. While many of the documents are prosaic administrative records, the sheer volume and the tight control over access ensure that the Vatican Archive remains one of the world's greatest sealed libraries, an enduring symbol of secrets kept by powerful institutions, prompting endless questions about the knowledge it safeguards and why. Number 9. Derinkuyu, the subterranean city. In 1963, a seemingly ordinary event in Turkey led to one of the most extraordinary archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. A man living in the region of Cappadocia was renovating his home when he decided to knock down a wall in his basement. Instead of finding another room, he found something far more unexpected. A tunnel. This tunnel led not to a small cellar, but to a vast, complex, multi-level underground city deep beneath the earth. This forgotten metropolis became known as Derinkuyu. Derinkuyu is not merely a few caves, it is an immense subterranean settlement meticulously carved out of the soft volcanic rock. It plunges an astonishing 18 stories deep, a labyrinthine network of tunnels, rooms, and passages. The scale of the engineering feat is breathtaking. The city had all the necessities to sustain a large population: living quarters, stables for livestock, chapels, schools, communal kitchens, and even wineries. It boasted an incredibly sophisticated ventilation system with hundreds of air shafts that extended all the way to the surface, ensuring fresh air throughout its depths. Crucially, it featured massive circular stone doors that could be rolled into place from the inside, effectively sealing off sections of the city from invaders. It was designed to be self-sufficient and defensible. Estimates suggest that Derinkuyu was large enough to house and sustain up to 20,000 people, along with their animals and provisions, for extended periods. Yet despite its colossal size and complexity, Derinkuyu was not mentioned in any significant historical record until its accidental rediscovery in 1963. The identity of its original builders is still debated, though it's believed to have been constructed by the Phrygians in the 8th to 7th centuries BCE, and later expanded by various groups, including early Christians seeking refuge from persecution. The sheer mystery lies in how such a massive undertaking could have been conceived, executed, and then effectively forgotten for centuries. Who built it? Why was it kept secret for so long? Was it solely for protection from invaders, or did it serve other, more secretive purposes? Derinkuyu is now one of over 200 known underground cities in the Cappadocia region, some of which are interconnected by miles of tunnels. These subterranean cities represent a monumental feat of ancient engineering and a testament to human resilience and ingenuity under duress. They force us to consider how much of our history remains hidden, literally beneath our feet, waiting for an accidental knock on a wall to reveal its forgotten secrets. Number 10. The Mercury Tomb of China. In the heart of China, beneath a massive earthen mound near the city of Xi'an, lies the sealed tomb of Qin Shi Huang, the formidable first emperor of a unified China. He was a man of immense power and ambition, famous for initiating the construction of the Great Wall and of course for his terracotta army, which guards his mausoleum. But the terracotta warriors are merely the outer guardians of a far grander and far more mysterious inner sanctum. The tomb itself, sealed for over 2 millennia, is believed to be an unparalleled monument to ancient engineering and belief. Ancient historical texts, most notably the records of the Grand Historian, written by Sima Chan a century after the emperor's death, describe a tomb of breathtaking scale and macabre wonder. They speak of a vast underground palace designed as a miniature representation of Qin Shi Huang's empire. Within this hidden world, the texts claim rivers and lakes of liquid mercury flow, surrounded by a celestial ceiling adorned with constellations made of pearls and precious jewels. The purpose of the mercury was to mimic the rivers and seas of China, while also being a potent symbol of immortality believed by alchemists to prolong life. For decades, these accounts were considered largely mythological, exaggerated tales from a distant past. However, modern scientific investigation has lent chilling credence to these ancient claims. Geologists and archaeologists have conducted extensive surveys of the soil directly above the emperor's burial mound. What they discovered was unusual levels of mercury in the soil, significantly higher concentrations than normal background levels, forming a distinct pattern consistent with underground rivers. This scientific confirmation strongly suggests that Sima Chan's vivid descriptions were not mere fantasy, but astonishingly accurate accounts of a real, mercury-filled underworld. Despite the tantalizing evidence and the immense historical significance, the tomb has never been opened. The Chinese government maintains a cautious stance, stating, "Not yet." The reasons are complex. There are concerns about preserving the fragile artifacts within, preventing irreversible damage from exposure to air and moisture, and safeguarding the health of archaeologists from the dangerous mercury vapors. There's also the profound spiritual and cultural significance of the tomb, which some believe should remain undisturbed. The secrets within, the emperor's body, untold treasures, perhaps even more unimaginable technologies or records, remain locked away, tantalizing the world with the promise of a grand revelation, a window into the mind of one of history's most powerful figures, forever preserved in a toxic, glittering underworld.
Number 11. The Antikythera Mechanism.
In 1901, a group of sponge divers sheltering from a storm off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera stumbled upon an ancient shipwreck. Lying on the seabed, amidst bronze and marble statues and other artifacts, they found something entirely unexpected. A corroded, calcified lump of bronze and wood. It looked like an unidentifiable rock, but upon closer inspection, it revealed a hidden complexity that would rewrite our understanding of ancient technology. This was the Antikythera Mechanism. After decades of meticulous restoration and scientific analysis, this corroded lump was revealed to be an incredibly intricate, hand-powered machine. Dating back over 2,000 years to approximately 150 to 100 BCE, it is composed of a complex arrangement of dozens of precisely cut bronze gears, dials, and pointers, all encased in a wooden box with inscribed instructions. Its sophistication immediately astonished scientists and historians. The Antikythera Mechanism was, in essence, an analog computer of unparalleled complexity for its time. It was designed to predict astronomical positions and eclipses with remarkable astronomical precision. By turning a crank on its side, the user could calculate the movements of the moon and the known planets, predict lunar and solar eclipses, and even track the timing of ancient Greek athletic events like the Olympic Games. It incorporated sophisticated knowledge of cycles like the Metonic cycle, which relates the phases of the moon to the solar year. Before the discovery of the Antikythera Mechanism, historians generally believed that such complex geared mechanisms and advanced astronomical calculating devices only appeared in Europe during the Middle Ages or even the Renaissance. This single artifact shattered that assumption, revealing a lost tradition of high technology in ancient Greece. Historians now widely call it the world's first computer,
Its existence implies a level of scientific and engineering knowledge that was far more advanced than previously imagined, a knowledge that seems to have been lost for over a millennium after its creation. The Antikythera Mechanism remains a profound mystery. How was such a device conceived and built without any known predecessors or successors from that era? Who possessed this incredible knowledge, and why did it seemingly disappear from historical record? Was it a unique prototype or one of many, suggesting a hidden technological lineage? It is a stark reminder that our understanding of ancient civilizations is far from complete, and that remarkable innovations and scientific achievements might have flourished and then vanished, leaving behind only tantalizing glimpses like this incredible machine from the depths of the sea.
So, Seeker, after all we've whispered tonight, what do you think? Did we simply forget the genius of the past? Were these isolated bursts of incredible innovation later lost to time and circumstance? Or did we bury something on purpose? Something too strange, too dangerous, to be remembered? Perhaps the truth is somewhere in between. Perhaps the currents of history are more complex than we imagine, carrying away some knowledge while preserving others. But the lingering questions raised by these forgotten wonders persist. They whisper to us of what might have been, of what once was, and of what could still be hidden. Thank you for staying in the circle. Let these secrets echo in your dreams tonight. And when you wake, ask yourself, what else have we forgotten? If you feel something stirring inside you, that's not fear, that's curiosity. Subscribe, join the circle, and together we'll keep searching until the next whisper. Sleep well, and remember, the truth is not lost. It's just hidden.